scatter. This morning for Arise News, Rufai and Abatti don't scatter Rufai.
You be smart,
for calling P2B a social media celebrity.
Can you calling they talk say P2B an Nollywood actor? Peter Nollywood.
Kai! Just because they say you Lodoche go do movie for P2B, it depend them. Make you see waiting and listen to waiting Rufai talk. Rufai is always as in fact checking na machine.
That man.
I'm not sure say this guy now ordinary human being. He said they are not trying to point direct finger at the president, that they are just running around the bush. Why they know that they are actually talking about the president?
They are telling Mefeli, waiting Mefeli do.
I know, just know.
Mefeli is only answerable to the president.
When I watch this video,
it's been better, it will be rough, it will be better again. But most importantly, kudos to the man that strings all of this together, Prince Udukao Baigbana, which I will have to give special commendation for today by saying that he is the man that allows the best ideas win in the newsroom. We're just 3 weeks away from the presidential election, and for the APC, it's been divisive few days. There are dozens of headlines about the clash between the governor of Kaduna, Nasir El-Rufai, and the presidency. El-Rufai is a supporter of Bola Tinubu, and as suggested, some people in the presidential villa are working against him. The government has denied that. Charles Onyegolu spoke to El-Rufai a little bit earlier, began by asking about his accusations.
Let me restate exactly what I said. I'm a quantity surveyor. I am mathematically tuned to be accurate even in my use of words. What I said was, we are convinced that there are elements in the villa, some elements in the villa that want APC to lose the elections. I did not say the federal government. I did not say Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I said APC, all right? So I don't understand why the federal government is responding to what I said, because the federal government is not part of it. And I referred to elements in the villa, and I know who I'm referring to, and those that are in the villa know who I'm referring to. And with the greatest respect, even Lai Mohammed, my brother, knows who I'm referring to. And I think it's inappropriate for him as Minister of Information of Nigeria to respond to a statement that specifically referred to individuals rather than any institution. If I had said the villa is against us, then I would expect Garba Shehu or Adeshina, my two brothers, to respond to me. If I said the federal government was frustrating the APC, then I would expect Lai Mohammed to respond. Why he responded to that, I cannot fathom, frankly. I still stand by my words that there appears to be very strong evidence of a conspiracy to incite voters against the APC in the forthcoming elections by coming up with ad hoc decisions and policies that are not well thought out, that have not received widespread consultation and a whole of government approach to incite the voters to vote against the APC at all levels.
Let's talk higher.
All right. So that's Governor Nasir El-Rufai speaking and just clarifying the statement that a number of people that has got tongues wagging, literally, across political circles and around. We analyzed this yesterday. The first thing I have to mention, and very quickly because of our time, is this, that now he said that there are elements in government, not necessarily, just clearly stated, not the federal government, not the president. And yesterday we talked about the fact that they were exonerating the president from culpability. Therefore, that he's not the one who's come up with these policies that are making the lives of Nigerians so difficult that it's pushing them to want to vote against the APC in the next elections. What many Nigerians want to know is if he could expose these elements. If there are people who are fighting against the goodwill or fighting against the prosperity of the nation, I believe that it behoves Governor Nasir El-Rufai to expose them. He did mention in another interview that rather than exposing them, victory against them would be sweeter than exposing them, but that in due time he would expose them. Then the second and final part I'd just like to address is this thing around it's not the president, the people speaking to him. I mean, he said that the reason for the redesign of the Naira and this policy is that the cabals advised him in this manner and then he agreed to it. Then you want to ask the question that who is the head of government? Who is the head of state? The quality of good leadership, the hallmark of the quality of a good leader is the ability to take ownership and responsibility in good times and in bad times. Therefore, it is not enough to say that the president is being moved by people. He is the CEO of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is the one that is responsible and accountable to Nigerians.
Dr. Abatti?
Okay, I think a series of questions. Nasir Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, has been on a media bliss in the last 48 hours. He has appeared on every major channel. He's been on Channels TV, he has been on TVC, he has been on BBC Hausa Service, he has also appeared on Arise News, pushing the same narrative about Naira redesign and fuel scarcity. And if you look at it critically, he seems to have become the interim spokesperson for the point made by the APC presidential candidate in Abeokuta and in Calabar. So the question is, what is his motive? We didn't see him coming out this aggressively before now, even though he's part of the campaign. So why now? Two, some people have said, well, the motive is probably an attempt to force down the throat of the government, a review of the Naira redesign policy. So what again is the motive? That's a question to ask. Three, he says the president can be exonerated. That is, the president is not at fault in any way. But he said in 2021, he advised the president to remove fuel subsidy, but that the fifth columnist did not allow the president to do so. Okay, did he also advise the president that there is poverty in the land, that there is unemployment in the land, that inflation rate is over 21%? Did he also advise the president that waste and means of 22.7 trillion is going to jeopardize the future of Nigeria? So exonerating the president and exonerating the CBN governor looks like a tactical move. Again, what is the motive? Number three, he says he will disclose the identity of the fifth columnist on February 27 after the elections. Why does he have to wait till February 27? Why not before the election? Why not now? Before he shows up on another TV station around this period. Number five now. He used his appearance on some of the TV channels to abuse other candidates. In fact, he says Peter Obi is just a Nollywood actor and that he's better off in Nollywood. Okay, why the obsession with other political parties when the APC itself has very serious problems? So, but in due course, we will see what all of this is all about. But I'm sure Nasir Rufai will defend himself and say that he has a right to his own opinions, as does everyone else.
I mean, we are not surprised. It's targeted and it's politics season. But the question we should ask is, number one, who are those people? Can he name them? I doubt if he can name them because it's all part of a political game. The problem now is that President Muhammadu Buhari's decision with the Naira policy is affecting them. They cannot mop up a lot of cash. You're seeing the blowback on the lives of the people because the cash the politicians are mopping up, the little Naira that is in circulation that they are mopping up, is leading to the scarcity for average Nigerians like you and me. That's why people go to the ATM card, they can't get it, and the banks say they don't have. So that game is already playing out. And they tried last week because the president giving an extension was as a result of certain meetings held last week. And that's why here, we hope that President Buhari has the political will to follow through this. Another meeting is going to happen today. We hope after that meeting, we don't get more extensions. Please, President Muhammadu Buhari, This is your legacy to the hard-suffering Nigerians. Let it be. Free and fair elections. Not allow anybody to conflate things for you. Because after the meeting last week, we got extension. Hope after meetings this week, we will not get another extension. He says he has evidence. You should provide the evidence that people are conspiratorial. They don't want the APC candidate to get it. So this is a political game that I'm sure that Nigerians are reading. All of a sudden, like Dr. Abatti pointed out, a media blitz, 4 top media houses, even the BBC Hausa service, stoking up the conversation. Sometimes I would have wished that he puts the same effort to the insecurity in his states in the cry for help. But it's politics season. And you see, when politicians, the thing they know how to do is to blow the whistle and to be very cryptic, but they will not say it all. Just like we remember the certain governor that said at a point in time, he was going to announce people for him to support, but we never heard anything. Why wait till the 27th? Say it now.
But one more point that should be added. Why is it only the APC?
Dr. Abatti.
There are 18 presidential candidates.
But we know.
It's only the APC grumbling.
It is obvious. The political whistle was first blown in Abeokuta. Since then, all of them have been going in that circle. Here are all their surrogates. They don't want to directly attack the president, so they attack Emefiele first. And when you say justify the attack, they can't justify the attack. Oh, the president is not the bad person. Hear all the surrogates in the coming days. It's one refrain, Emefiele, Emefiele, Emefiele. But when meetings were held last week, it was with the president. And Emefiele had to comply. Please, President Muhammadu Buhari, you signed electoral laws into being. The thing we tout as your legacy is this electoral law. Please ensure you deliver free and fair elections. Nigerians will love you for it and respect you. Time will tell. We'll take a short break now. When we return, we'll have my...
Rufai, you are too much.
Mama, see this one now, the Sweden news. This one sweet me. Oh.
No, just know.
This one sweet me.
I don't know.
Problem there for this APC camp. You
Yes.
understand? Problem there, serious one.
And they are just beating around the bush because they don't want to point finger at the president direct. Because the president does not like Tinubu himself.
See, but
Yes.
this will be the best thing Buhari go do for us. You see this thing win them back on you understand? Make this election day free and fair.
But me no be say a plan now man to come put another northern man. That's article.
Narrating.
So all these things they are doing.
Waiting they try talk, you say nobody wisely. Vote for Peter Obi, Mama, Papa, and begin. Go and get your PVC.
What will they talk again? I beg. Our mood on too much. Our mood on do. Go and vote Peter Obi and so Baba Medati.
LB.